Okay then, John, so taking a look at these swings now, as we said, basically you had issues with the club face squaring up. The club was coming back into the golf ball way to the left, causing that kind of pushy cut, partly because your body, torso, hands and everything else were getting so far in front of the golf ball, club was getting stuck behind. So you're trying to get that shaft lean, trying to get that strike that we've discussed before. And you can see in this sort of motion here now, as you get to the top of the backswing, everything now is kind of shifting and falling forward, keeps going forward at the point of contact where your hand actually hitting the golf ball here. That ball is still there and we can kind of see your hands way out in front, shoulders now way open up the target. So your path now wasn't actually too bad in terms of direction the club was coming at the golf ball from. It's just the golf club itself was aiming too far to the left, sorry. The problem was then if you try to square the club face up with the hands this far in front, it'd be a really low sort of knuckleball type of shot, not much height on it whatsoever. So yes, we do want the handle to be forwards, but at the same time, we want to make sure your body is staying behind the golf ball a little bit more. Give yourself freedom and time to release that club through. So you can see even there now when you're pushing your hands there, that didn't seem a lot of shaft lean to you. Okay, and even that, you've got quite a bit of hands forward as you're at the golf ball. So that movement kind of sort of extending up through the shot lets your arms fold better. Whereas this one here now, you can sort of see the strain and stress on that right shoulder here, just pulling around so much. And your right elbow now getting back here is going to stretch that rotator cuff more than you really want. So getting that sensation as you release that body, release that club, we're going to sort of stay behind it. As we said, like a backhand top spin lob shot for you, I suppose, as a right-handed tennis player would be kind of the feeling we're trying to create. Come back into him back here now. Even there where your hand's been too far forward, we can bring, that's where you were going here, too far forward. We can come back to a sort of more neutral position as you get back in the golf ball. That was a bit further forward there for me. That would be ideal there. Okay, and that position here is where you really want that club to be there. Nice lead arm there and a little bit of subtle shafting. That's going to be enough to send that ball off at the direction, the angle we want to, and at the same time maintaining a square club face. So the feeling you'll get, and often a few times you'll find now, going forward as you'll hit the ground back here, because obviously you're leaning back a little bit more than you're used to, but in time you'll relearn that motion there now, keeping that body and staying a bit more behind as you shift back down and through. And when the ball gets in the way, we can see sort of your impact position here now. As with the golf ball, come back a frame or two there, too fast for me. There's your impact there now. You can see your hands kind of nicely in front, lower half now releasing through. Everything else is in a good spot there. As we release the arms through, the swing looks a lot more kind of relaxed and free, and again a lot less stress on the shoulder, much more healthier looking golf swing. So focus on that kind of staying back behind it. From here now it's more of a kind of unwinding. You're still getting the shaft lean that you desire and we want to try and get, but you're able now to square the club face up by keeping all this behind the golf ball. Okay, that's that top spin right-handed backhand lob shot is kind of the feeling, or frisbee throwing, I suppose, with your right hand is the feeling we want to try and get, rather than just working so far over onto your right. You can see your right foot there sort of creasing to try and maintain sort of some sort of stability and a lot of wobble forward, where this one here now, when you finish the swing, right foot's a little bit more flatter, a bit more under control, much more kind of neutral position here, rather opposed to sort of tipping forward and basically getting too much weight on your front foot, buddy. So work on that transition, getting that shaft lean that we're looking for, just not too far in front. Hopefully that ball flat will start straightening out, hitting those higher draws rather than sort of low knuckle balls out to the left there, drifting off in the tree. So hope that makes sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, mate.